All right, I started my live up,
Okay.
just so you're aware. If you want to go headphones,
I'm fine.
okay. I know you don't like to listen to me. Tom Shell and Muddy Bog. Muddy Bog, can you confirm that you can hear me okay? Please. Oh, God, we have new people. Casey Cutie? Here, let's do and Joanne, uh, Pepe, um, nothing like Pepe the Good Time Frog, Ann Smith, and Elle Flanagan. We're gonna wait like 5 minutes and let everybody sort of filter in before we start at 7:15. I just wanted to get in um, before we uh, started up. Um, how are you doing today, Anne? By the way, um, and while we're waiting, does anybody have any questions? Open forum for the first 10 minutes of the live. You can ask any question you want, and I will answer whatever question it is. Um, I will warn everybody that I do have some accounting items to talk about at some point in the live, but we'll probably save that towards the end. I just want to make sure that we're staying on track and that everybody is getting what they need um, from from the publication's perspective. That's a little bright. I'm going to turn that a little bit. There we go. But let me bring up today's items that we're going to talk through. Um, Voices and actions. Voices of a diverse America. I'm glad you're doing good, Anne. That's very good. And then let me bring up the late stage items. It's actually a one. You know what? Here, I will stand up. It is actually a um, skater dress. Um, it is a skater dress that comes just below my knees. So I love this dress, though. People tell me it looks good on me, so that's one of the reasons why I wear it probably as often as I do. Parakeetist, aren't you a wonket person? Um, Craig's not here yet, so uh, if if hopefully Craig will show up, that would be a good thing. Um, okay, so um, Muddy Bog, when you publish that, let me know, and I will cross post that to the Thistle domain on the front page, so that you'll get a lot of um, positive feedback. If you publish things and you're a paid subscriber to the sub, you need to let me know that you publish things so that I can cross post them so that you can get as much visibility as possible. Because I really want you to have all the visibility that you can have if you're like me and trying to get the information out to everybody. Yeah, yeah, buddy, I know you are, so that's why I said that. If you publish something, just be sure I get it in a DM or whatever, and then um, we can talk through that. 7:13 on the hour. If nobody has any other questions. I'll go on ahead and start right out because I have a lot of interesting things to talk about today. Um, so we'll just sort of, we'll just sort of go from there, I think. Um, all right. Well, anyway, um, Trump has managed to piss off the entire Catholic Church. How has he done this exactly? Um, so the Trump administration has doctored up a an AI image of Trump dressed up as the Pope, which is in no way even political humor, in my opinion. It is sad, disgusting, bizarre humor. Um, so the Catholic Church has since replied to Donald Trump about this. Cardinal Timothy Dolan of New York, usually a friend with Trump, said that that crap's not good. Um, while hoping that Trump didn't have anything to do with it, um, while other Catholic leaders are start raving furious, um, with the New York State Catholic Church Conference stating there's nothing clever or funny or even remotely entertaining about this image, and the image needs to disappear. Bishop Paprocki went even a step further, saying uh, that Trump is mocking God, the Catholic Church, and the papacy with his deeply offensive stunt, especially as Catholics mourn Pope Francis and prepare the papal enclave to pick a new pope. Trump's own bizarre comment last week was him saying, I'd like to be pope. That would be my number one choice, is for me to be pope. Well, there's a problem with that. Um, I think that to be pope, you have to be Catholic. I'm pretty sure somebody's Catholic and they want to confirm this. Please confirm this. But um, to the best of my knowledge, if you want to be pope, you have to be Catholic. And um, uh, and then on top of that, I think you have to have a certain amount of biblical knowledge that Trump completely lacks to be pope. So that means that Trump can't ever be pope. I'm pretty damn sure him being pope is never going to happen. Um, so um, here's my big reveal for the day. By the way, I'm going to tell everybody. Um, uh, Elon Musk and Donald Trump have a bromance, and their bromance is so intense that I have theorized that, despite all insistence otherwise, that um, Trump and Musk are actually gay lovers. Yes, you heard it right. I think Trump and Musk are gay lovers. Um, Elon Musk is balls deep in the Trump administration. Um, and um, he is claiming that he and Trump agree on 80% of everything that comes out of each other's mouths. Completing sentences, that sounds gay, right? Um, if two guys have such a hard on for each other that they're actually completing each other's sentences, I'm sorry, I think that means that they're probably gay. I mean, that causes my gaydar to go off, and I have a pretty finely attuned gaydar. Um, so that came from his admission to Laura Trump on Fox News, that they're so aligned on everything. But get this, the thing that they're not aligned on: tariffs. Elon Musk thinks that there doesn't need to be the tariff thing is bullshit, and that um, Musk wants zero tariffs between the U.S. and Europe, while Trump's protectionist fuck waffle self says no, there needs to be tariffs because they're fucking everybody up. Hey, Lynn, are you able to come on today? I'm just going to ask you before I bog you. Just want to check. Um, so Trump is bragging that um, Doge has found 150 billion in cuts, while Musk was telling everybody that it should be 2 trillion. It won't even be a fraction of 2 trillion. I doubt it'll end up even being 150 billion by the end of the by the end of the time that happens. Um, and let's be fair too that Musk's efficiency cutthroating in layoffs has basically comprised 49 to 53% of the nation's unemployment rate. Literally all of the federal layoffs that have happened have contributed to half of the unemployment rate over the last month to month and a half. And I suspect that when the jobs report comes out here in a handful of days for the month of April, it will be even worse than that because of Musk firing people from federal agencies. Um, so it's all like a huge crock of shit. Um, oh, here's Beth. Oh, I can't. All right. So, oh no, Beth, not today. Okay. Well, just let me know if you can. Um, now because I Jan, I think it was you asked about this yesterday. I threw in a little bit about Stephen Miller today. In the Voices of America post, um, basically asserting that Trump has. Oh gosh. Oh geez, Beth, please be safe out there. Gosh. Um, uh, Fortune says Doge is actually costing us more money. Yeah, Miranda. I'm not shocked by that. I'm not at all in the slightest bit shocked by that. Um, I'm not at all shocked by that in the slightest bit. So uh, Trump has come out and said that, yeah, that basically Stephen Miller is now in line, is the primary candidate to replace Mike Waltz for national security advisor. So now we're going to put a Nazi into a position of power as a national security advisor because we all know that Stephen Miller is a fucking Nazi. I mean, does anybody question this? I'm pretty sure uh, nobody should question this um, in the slightest bit. Um, because he is. Yeah, right, exactly. Miller, the ruthless architect behind Trump's deportation crusades, would get a massive power upgrade as national security advisor, which means it would really fucking suck. And it wouldn't suck like a little bit, it would fucking suck a whole shit ton. And here's the thing, Trump is taking his sweet ass time saying we might wait 6 goddamn months for the official pick to play out. While uh, Secretary of State Rubio holds the position after Waltz was reassigned, fired, fired from his job as national security advisor. Um, so that's, I don't know, that's like bullshit in my opinion. Um, so, um, Do we have anybody on the live who's on Medicaid? Because you're really going to love what I have to say next. um, it turns out House Republicans are trying to pull uh, some slick shit with Medicaid. Um, they are going to push per capita caps to throttle federal funding while claiming that's not technically a cut. The plan would cap federal payments to expansion states, fundamentally transforming Medicaid from an open ended entitlement to a strict limits program. States will be left holding the bag with all of the remaining costs. The CBO estimates that this would slash between 588 and $893 billion of federal spending over a 9-year period. Um, Republicans need at least 880 billion to offset Trump's tax cuts. If the budget even fucking passes at this point, which I'm not even sure it's going to because of all the people that have problems with it. Moderate Republicans are afraid about the political fallout, remembering how they got their asses handed to them when this shit happened back in 2017. Meanwhile, state leaders face an impossible choice. At state level, if you're a Medicaid recipient, um, you run the risk of, uh, as a provider, getting payments slashed, which will cause subgrade care, um, or states will raise taxes to mitigate that cost. So that's a fucking crock of bullshit, in my opinion. Um, and then Alcatraz. Do we really want to talk about Alcatraz? Um, it was real hard for me when writing the bit about Trump wanting to reopen the island of Alcatraz, because Trump can't use the Alien Enemies Act to deport people to El Salvador anymore. Now he's talking about wanting to reopen the island jail and store prisoners there. Even someone said even judges would be housed in Alcatraz, which is, I mean, an even more enormously large crock of shit, in my opinion. Um, so um, he wants Alcatraz reopened, re-enlarged, and reinvigorated. Now, let's be clear. Alcatraz was shut down in 1963. The reason that it was shut down was the cost for maintaining it and the cost to operate it is extremely high. Extremely high. I mean, it's not running Alcatraz as a prison is not a cheap day. Um, I have a cost breakdown for everybody for that. If you can bear with me a second, I can dig it up for you. Let me grab that. Uh, Here we go. There we go. So cost breakdown for Alcatraz uh, is nightmarishly stupid. Um, the iconic island prison, uh, which by the way everyone knows, that basically Al Capone was housed there. It's been the subject of numerous films. They closed it in '63 because it cost three times more than other federal prisons to operate it, with millions needed for just maintenance. But the actual raw numbers for that, so in '59, the daily per capita cost at Alcatraz was $10 per prisoner. And this is 1963, um, compared to the only $3 per prisoner per day at federal facilities like the one here in Atlanta. This meant Alcatraz operating at nearly three times the cost of comparable federal prisons, meant that it was extremely expensive. Um, an engineering assessment determined that Alcatraz had deteriorated to a point where it was potentially unsafe for people to even be housed there. The assessment included that it would cost over $4 million to bring the prison back to standard. Estimated ranges, and this is in '63. Uh, Estimates ranged from 3 to 5 million just for the restoration and maintenance work, and the repair work on the prison would take 5 years to accomplish. Um, oh, and there's Elaine. Okay, everybody quit talking about Elaine now. Um, the special infrastructure issues. So inside the prison itself, um, the catwalks for the officers hadn't been safe for between 5 and 10 years, and that was in '63. Um, the electrical system was subject to catastrophic failure at any time and caused numerous fires in the prison. half a century of saltwater saturation had eroded into the buildings. And then support structures were at the point where they would soon be unable to support cell blocks or withstand an earthquake of a significant magnitude. So, if there was an earthquake in the Bay Area, which those happen, there have been numerous times that it was suggested that if the earthquake were a, a magnitude high enough, it would destroy portions of the prison. The logistical costs alone, um, just to operate the island, there's nearly 1 million gallons of fresh water that had to be barged into the prison each week. All water, food, supplies, fuel, and everything else had to be transported by boat to the prison. And the prison's island location meant that all supplies had to be shipped at an exorbitant expense. The federal government ultimately found that it was more cost effective to build a new institution, so a supermax prison, maybe, which is infinitely more secure than Alcatraz is. Um, and so on March 21st of 63, after operating for 29 years, um, the USP closed Alcatraz entirely. It is worth noting that the decision to close it was made long before the infamous 1962 escape attempt by Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers happened. Though the incident did lead to acrimonious investigations that may have accelerated the closure timeline, um, which is the subject of the Great Escape film. Or if you're uh, yeah, right. Oh, here we go. Elaine has an opinion. You can't say something like that and expect me not to do something about it, Elaine. I'm just going to tell you. Um, so yeah, and then on top of that, how much the the prison makes now for federal the Park Service is um, um,
Hello.
you can't say something like that and not expect me to.
You can't bring me in every fucking night. God, you gotta let somebody else have a chance.
Oh, I know. I just haven't picked on anybody yet.
Oh,
I hey,
no,
I would invite
I
Aunt,
read that this morning and I just fucking died. It's like, what's he gonna want to bring back next? You know, it's like you think if we can bring the whole 1950s back. It's like, what the hell is up with that?
I don't I don't yeah, I mean, are we gonna go back to putting Crisco in our hair?
Well, I don't know what I haven't sunk that low yet, but oh my gosh. Anyway.
Oh, I want to be clear, by the way. So
Mhm,
the visitor numbers for the prison, more than 1.2 million people visit the prison a year. Golden Gate National Recreation Area officials describe Alcatraz as the park's most visited site and note it receives over 1 million visitors annually. Um,
mhm.
and so, uh, yeah, it's like, uh, it's, oh, oh gosh, we have uh, oh, JJ, I get it. Uh,
Okay, somebody said something about bringing back the plague by a Kennedy. Did you see my link to that YouTube playlist?
yes,
Remember I told you about that book, the well, not memoir, but the it's actually kind of more of a hatchet job on Apple Kennedy. Somebody on YouTube has read the entire thing and has it on her YouTube channel. Yeah, like 51 separate videos of it because it's not available on an audiobook or Kindle.
yeah,
Only
yeah,
the only copies of it are hard copies, and they're like $300. You know, I have a hardback copy, and a paperback copy that I've had since the '90s, and it's good to know they're worth that much money. But I'm not getting rid of them. Anyway, yeah, there's someone on there that on YouTube that I pinned to my Substack that reads the whole book, and she interjects some of her, thoughts about it and everything. So it's not
Sure,
just a
yeah.
straight reading, but I've been listening to it the last couple of days, and it's actually pretty interesting. So
So,
yeah, if you want to find out why Robert Kennedy is so fucked up, you need to read this about his mother, because oh my god.
I think that is a lasting. I
Hmm.
think I think people would benefit greatly from understanding uh,
Hmm.
about the Kennedy family and how the Kennedy family has behaved and operated and excuse me, and everything else. There's just there's a key amount of historical context.
Hmm.
There's a key amount of historical context that Joe Kennedy was a bitch.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, none of them were. Oh, Lord, I mean, you know, um, this woman that's reading the book, I haven't been able to peg her exactly. I don't know where she. I don't think she's Catholic. Um, she's a straight woman with kids, and she's married. And she's said several times she doesn't understand why Ethel puts up with Bobby's like messing around on her and all this kind of stuff. And
Right.
of course, I think that's just a kind of a product of its time. And back then, women couldn't just. I mean, yeah, you could leave, but if you had 7 or 8 kids like she had by that time.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So, and actually, it
so
probably wouldn't have been so much of a problem for her because her family actually had more money than the Kennedys did. But
right.
I had dinner from Panda Express, and Cassida is trying to
Hey,
swipe my fortune cookie fortune. I finally got a decent one. It says
don't
my golden years will be happy and fulfilling.
don't be bad mouthing Panda Express.
Oh, I'm not bad mouthing it. It was good. I
What?
had my favorite. I had walnut shrimp
You're
with chow
ordering
mein.
Panda Express for dinner.
Yes.
Oh shit! So I get to have Panda tonight. Yay!
So what are you gonna have?
Oh, what? The same thing I have every. I'm a creature of fucking habit. Hi, have we met? I'm a trans woman. I'm a creature of habit.
But I don't know what you have when you have
Oh,
Panda
fried rice and orange chicken. Oh my god! Oh my god! Lisa took it.
Yay!
Oh my god, Greg. Wait, where are you?
I think you got the wrong person.
I must have hit the wrong person. Holy, I hit the wrong Lisa
Is
You
that
hit Linda.
terrible?
or Linda. Gosh,
Linda, Lisa, what? Oh,
holy fuck. Okay,
wait.
we're not interrupting, are we, Linda?
No, I'm at work. I just stepped outside.
Oh, is it at least nice out there?
It has been lately.
Nice.
Where
Ni-
are you?
And Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's 84 in Kansas City. So,
Um. So, Linda, I actually got you on. I'm gonna ask you. Um. Did you see my post about the public universal friend yet?
No, I've been working my way through stuff this morning, but haven't
Yeah.
got to that one.
You're right. So read that article. I a lot of oh, and while we're here, I'm gonna put this out for everybody. So I lost 2 paid subscribers today, and I lost 2 of them because within minutes of posting the article, which is called Queer History 100,
mhm.
which is the story about the public universal friend who was really the first like historically recorded non-binary person who, by the
Oh, I
way,
did read this. I did
yeah,
read this. Yeah.
yes, who by the way was a preacher, by the way.
Mhm.
I lost 2 paid subs for that article, so I just want to tell everybody,
Wow.
if you're a paid sub and you don't like the content that I'm putting out, tell me before you leave the publication.
Well, I loved what you wrote.
Oh, okay, great. Well,
I
great.
will pay double.
Well, I be- so I so and let's be very clear about this. Um, I want to I want to just I want to tell you guys what I have in store for everybody over the course of the next uh, 25 days. By the way, I literally have close to, I wrote this shit like 3 or 4 years ago.
Mhm.
So I literally have enough content to publish a queer history article for the next year, every day for the next year. Um, but
Better you than me.
well, so tomorrow's post is, because it happened on May 7th, is the Nazi burning of Hirschfield's
Oh, books.
Magnus Hirschfield's office, which was the office of sexology in Germany during the Nazi era. The one that I have the day after that is, we all know who Sylvia Rivera is, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
And we all know who Marsha P. Johnson is, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Which of those bitches threw the first Molotov cocktail? I don't think either of them has come out and said it was me. No, 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 it was me. Um, but so I did two pieces on, and then my favorite, and if you do not know this reference, Elaine, I'm going to be very upset. Um, Martha May Elliott and Ethel Collins Durham.
No, not right off the top of my head.
They were a very early era couple in the
Mhm.
early 1900s,
Mhm.
lesbian couple, by the way, who revolutionized birthing practices. And then the one after that I have is the Reed Erickson post. Reed Erickson was really the first like publicly visible trans guy,
Mhm.
and he was a millionaire too, by the way.
Mhm.
Made a shit ton of money, and then okay, but you'll know this reference. I wrote a really cool article about the daughters of Bilitis,
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I
because
remember that.
yeah, because people don't. So there's people that don't. But anyway, so I'm
Well, I mean,
telling
it was
everybody
before
who's
my time, but I remember reading when I came
right.
out
Yeah,
in the mid 1980s. The only real feminist literature that was available back then
right,
was stuff from the 70s, and so
right.
yeah, I read a lot of Rita Mae Brown, and um,
Oh my
I
god.
might never forgive her for going and writing her stupid cat mysteries. It's like, come on, man. We went totally to that. It's like, wait a minute, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So the core of the issue is this: if you are
Mm.
pissed off as a paid subscriber
You
and you
know,
are listening to my words,
yes.
tell me that you're upset about it
Well, yeah,
before
before you just bail.
you just bail entirely on the publication. Because
My my
I
oldest
although
brother was saying the other day he read something from somebody that has like 67,000 subscribers, and she was complaining because not all of her readers are paid subscribers. And he's like, well, gee, that's at $5 a month. That's like $350,000 a year. What the hell are you bitching about? I don't know. I had somebody message me and pledge $80 a year to subscribe, and I'm like, for what? I don't even use I don't write articles like you do. I just use it like notes, memes and shit. It's
so
like if it's Twitter, you know.
like I'll tell everybody, my purest intent is if like 10 to 12% of the readers paid
Mhm.
for subs,
Mhm.
um, I would be making enough money to retire and continue writing every day, which is what I want to do.
Mhm.
Hey,
So
Wendy,
that,
I'm gonna have to go off Canada. I'm
oh,
gonna have to
okay.
go back in.
Yep. Thank you, Linda. Always.
I'll be listening.
Oh, I love her. I don't love her as much as I love you, Elaine, but I love her.
No one loves anyone as much as they love me. That is until they get to know me, then they hate me. Oh my
Did you
gosh.
hear that, Kira? Just,
Mm.
Elaine's talking about you again.
Talk about her. Oh, thanks.
uh,
Anyway,
uh, uh, and thank you. I really, yeah. And Moneybug, I have been working on the recession survival guide. And I have, just so everybody is aware, I have uh, all of the chapters gathered together for My House of Pain, which is my trans autobiography. And I'll probably be publishing that in the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's going to go to Apple Books, Google Books, and Kindle. So if you're on any of those services, the book will be very inexpensive. I'm only going to charge uh, between $7 and $9 for the book. Um, and so, and I look, we're here to support you. You're supporting me. I'm here to support you, and I'll do it however possible. Yeah, both of the books, the recession survival guide, and then the autobiography, those are all going to be done within the next 30 to 40 days and become available. And then I'll work on the meditations and herbal book, and then the meditations and the herbal and the meditation guidance books. And then I'm going to actually start working on my fiction piece, which is a queer fiction piece. So, um, and I'm actually going to put in a character in it named Elaine. She's just going to have to deal with it.
Is it going to be a cat or a human?
Oh no,
No, no.
no! I will tell you the the my queer speculative fiction piece reads just like the first chapter of my autobiography, which is the bar scene,
Mm-hmm.
which is literally going to be a book of day to day short stories
Mm-hmm.
of being a trans person and being a queer person.
Oh.
So if I choose to write about Elaine in a way that is fashionable, she's just going to have to accept it. Um,
Oh.
uh, so back
Mm.
to the news bit. Back to the news bit. Trump has decided we're going to militarily attack Greenland now.
We are. I haven't heard this.
No, no, no. He is saying it is highly likely that we will be using military force to take Greenland.
To take it where?
Take possession of. We're going to
Boy,
invade.
he's just making us fucking beloved everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, we're going to invade Greenland. I don't really know how or why.
That's all right. Neither does he.
I don't. Oh my God. Um. A couple of interesting things that just came out. Yeah. Linda McMahon has come out and said, invade how exactly? Well, that's right. So let's put that into perspective. And if Trump uses the American military to invade Greenland, they're a NATO country. That's going to cause two things to happen. One, America is going to get kicked out of NATO. And then two, all the other NATO forces are going to band together to bend us over and fuck us in the ass.
What makes him think that the military is going to cooperate with invading a NATO country to begin with?
I literally have
Because they're not going to follow an illegal order like that. I mean,
yeah, I literally have no idea. I literally don't have any idea. I don't understand why. I don't understand how. I don't understand the perspective, why it's even an issue. Because Greenland is not, they don't have resources. They're not, you know. So yeah, I agree, Muddy. That they would stop him or try to stop him very quickly. Hey, did you get my shit from Panda? You got my regular shit from Panda.
Yeah, you get lots of shit.
Okay, don't be fucking with my shit from Panda. Okay.
Panda doesn't sell shit.
Well, look.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
No, I mean, I asked my ex, who's been in the service for like, he went into the regular army in 1990 during Desert Shield. He was in the regular army for 6 years, and then she's been in the Guard ever since.
Right.
And she's told me, she says that if he if he asks the military to do something crazy, the military's not going to go along with that.
Yeah, I'm like, right. I don't.
You know.
I if I were, oh, hi, Rouser, thank you for joining. I didn't see you pop in. I'm sort of doing many different things at once. Yeah, if I were in the army, I would literally look at the commander in chief and ask him, "What the fuck does this have to do with the goddamn Constitution?
Hmm.
I signed on for defending the Constitution. I did not sign on for attacking Greenland."
Hmm.
Yeah, they've all taken the oath. And even though Trump says he doesn't have to, um, even though Trump says he doesn't believe he has to defend the Constitution, everybody else does. Even though he took an oath to defend the Constitution as president,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
like he's a
Hmm.
because he's a fucking dumbass. So Linda McMahon has come out and said that Harvard has lost all right to federal funding.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
Harvard has a big enough endowment; they don't need federal funding.
Well, no, yeah.
Hmm.
So Rouser, can we impeach him if he decides to attack Greenland and take over Greenland? In theory, yes. Here's the thing. Um,
Yeah, he didn't put his hand on the bio because he was afraid if he did, it would burst into flames.
because he'd burn up or some shit, right? No. Um, so I, yes, we could impeach him for that. Here's the problem with doing that. Um, you have to have enough Republican backing.
Hmm.
Um, Now, ultimately, how is that going to play out? Um, in regards to, yeah, I agree. They have billions in endowments. Um, uh, and then on top of that, the other Ivy Leagues have all banded together and they're sort of cross contributing to each other.
Hmm.
While Harvard is going to clearly, which by the way, Harvard churns out a hell of a lot better of attorneys than Donald Trump can afford to pay.
I don't know. Vance is a Yaley.
Well,
I
Van,
wonder what. I wonder if Yale wants their wants their degree back.
JD Vance is a couch. JD Vance is a couch fucker.
Well, that too.
I'm sorry, JD Vance is a couch fucker. Um,
Who thinks
I'm
he's
not.
Dusty Springfield?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. So, uh, uh, my man has said that the Ivy League school will no longer be eligible for new grants until it can demonstrate responsible management. That's what Linda McMahon has basically come out and said. Um, and it'll explain that public confidence in higher education as a sector is at an all-time low, and that it's really because of all the essential terrible behavior at the institution Harvard. That's the problem. The bottom line is that um, the Trump administration won't stand by as taxpayer dollars are used to support policies that tolerate anti-Semitism or support racist policies.
Mhm.
I don't think they understand how Harvard works.
Mhm.
Or if by racist policies they mean discriminating against white people so that minorities can get an education, that's not racism. Do people not? Okay, I don't know. I really don't fucking know. Um,
Mhm.
so here's the other thing that just came out. The Trump has come out and dismissed the AI Catholic Pope image. Um, and he's basically come out and said, "You mean they can't take a joke? You don't mean the Catholics. You mean the fake news media, because I think all of the Catholics loved the image of me dressed up as the Pope."
It's way past medication time for this dude.
He then added, I had nothing to do with it. Somebody made up a picture of me dressed like the Pope and they put it on the internet. That's not me that did that. I have no idea where it came from. Maybe it was AI, but I know nothing about it.
I know nothing.
Plausible deniability? Or are we talking like sundowner syndrome? Uh, are we talking about sundowners where like 6 o'clock hits and then he just forgets everything that happens?
I don't know.
Um, Now on top of that, so Karl Rove has come out, by the way, and said, "Yeah, I agree, and I think it's sundowner syndrome." Karl Rove came out and said Trump is an idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Trump is a dumbass. Yada 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 yada. Um, Donald Trump has since come out and attacked Karl Rove, um, saying, "I don't need to have Karl Rove of Fox News tell me what to do." Um, the guy's a total loser who's been wrong about almost everything in his life ever. Um, he even proceeded to call Karl Rove Mr. Scrooge. Um, so yeah, uh, all because Karl Rove basically said that uh, that Trump is in bad shape on the economy and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Um, so I
Yes,
mean, I right? I mean, I don't know. Um, oh, and then Um, here were the two things that I didn't throw in today. Trump has come out, by the way, and attacked the Wall Street Journal and has called it a trash pot rack. Um,
well,
and the reason why, he berated a reporter from the Wall Street Journal when they were talking about Air Force One or whatever, and Trump asked him, "Who are you with?" And the reporter said, "The Wall Street Journal," and he said, "Boy, you treat us badly. Um, you're." He continued on and say, "The Wall Street Journal has gone to hell. It's a rotten newspaper. You hear me? You hear what I said? It's a rotten newspaper."
mhm,
I just feel like that. I don't know how the fuck did we get here.
well,
Um, so um, he even went on to say the Wall Street Journal is China oriented and they're really bad for this country. Maybe I'll ban them. Which, by the way, I want to point
mhm.
out that Flanagan or whatever the FCC chair ramped up his attacks today and has come out and said they are seriously considering revoking CBS's broadcast license. So if that happens, okay, now we're in free speech territory.
Well, maybe they can broadcast from Alcatraz.
Um, but here was the thing, and I thought about throwing this in, but I wasn't sure. President Trump has attacked Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico.
Mhm.
He came out and said, um, uh, uh, Trump offered to send troops to Mexico um, uh, for the purpose of combating drug trafficking. And she came out and said, and you know what I told him? I said, no, President Trump, the territory cannot be violated. Sovereignty can't be sold. Sovereignty is cherished and defended. Fuck off. And so, um, you know, Trump then shot back and said, well, the cartels are controlling her. The cartels are controlling the president of Mexico. Um,
Who's controlling the president of the United States again?
look, I mean, you know, I don't
Yeah, I know.
look. Going back to the earlier thing. I mean, I'm just going to tell you, um, between Musk and Trump, I think Trump is the bottom. um, I think Trump is the bottom. Um, there's no question about that.
That's a visual I don't think I can bear to contemplate. But
uh,
there's a lot I don't want to contemplate. Mm.
um, yeah, I don't know. From a philosophical perspective, oh, wait. Do we have any philosophers in the chat? Oh, wait. Who's this?
Who's what?
Uh, oh, Mona is a philosopher at large. Oh, an existentialist. Uh, Mona, if you're watching this, I'm going to send you an invite. Um, we should talk to you. um, oh God, Mona is ex UC Berkeley and ex Grinnell College. This is this is one of our people. How am I not following this person already? No, I am already following that person. Great. Um, I'm already following that person. I'm gonna try to invite Mona, and see if I can coax Mona into coming. And so, yeah, I don't have any fucking idea. I really don't. Um, it just how the fuck did we get here? I don't know. Now I feel like I should tell jokes because
Mm.
uh, I just don't. I don't. By the way, did you read my actions of diverse America? I actually taught everybody how to make glass cleaner that works.
Yes, I saw that.
So, story time. Years ago,
Mhm,
long before I started my gender transition, long before I was a queer person, um, I took a job at IBM. So I was an
mhm.
IBMer. Um, which means, by the way, Elaine, I know exactly what a Selectric typewriter is.
And
um,
1987, Wheelwriter 3, I thought that was the hottest shit there was.
oh, but it was the hottest shit ever. Um, so I took that role, and it did not pay. Basically, I was working for ISS in Tier 4 root cause, and I made, you know, 95,000 a year. Um, and so, um, when IBM bought ISS, I became an IBMer, and they took my job away, and I was allowed to reapply to go into global security operations. But I would have taken a severe pay cut. I literally took a $40,000 a year pay cut down to 50,000, and I was still married at the time, and we had a child. I had a child, Gizmo, and so um, we had to survive on 50,000 a year.
Mhm,
And so yeah, like all of the shit that's in the recession survival guide was shit I wrote
mhm,
15 years ago.
mhm.
Uh, and so the uh, yeah, I'm gonna keep bugging people until we get somebody. Um, so the like literally the do-it-yourself glass cleaner. Um,
Mhm,
I bought like a gallon jug of Mr. Boston's
mhm.
high proof vodka. Um, and that worked notoriously. Oh my god, Elaine, we have another Elaine.
Not me.
Yes, I know.
But hi.
We have another Elaine.
Mm.
We have another. So the glass cleaner thing, and literally it. Oh, Elaine doesn't want to talk to us.
Well,
Uh,
that's okay.
no, I know. I just always want people to be. Uh, Elaine, we're totally friendly here. I promise.
Honest.
Um, look, the one below me, she's the she's the mouthy one. I'm the quiet one. I don't anyway. Um, so pennies. The high proof uh, vodka, vinegar, and the liquid soap. That makes half a gallon of glass cleaner that's streak free, and is not the $15, $8 or whatever. The
Mm-hmm.
toilet bowl cleaner is the same way. But my favorite one is the dishwasher detergent because a box of borax is dirt fucking cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you need is a cup of washing soda, some
Mm-hmm.
citric acid, and a little kosher salt, so you have a scrubby.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and literally, yeah, you only had to use 1 tablespoon of that shit in your dishwasher, and it would get all of your shit clean. So here's the thing about the recession survival book chapters.
Mm-hmm.
I actually used it and lived off of it
Mm-hmm.
successfully for 3 years. And I was actually able, because I was the only one making money at the time. I was actually able to save an additional $15,000 on top of my $50,000 a year salary. And by the way, a $1,200. When was the last time that happened? A $1,200 house payment.
Well, I'll call and raise you on the vinegar thing. Not too many people have to deal with this anymore, but if you have somebody coming over to your house who smokes and they want to smoke in your house,
Yeah.
you put out a bowl of vinegar on
Yeah.
the coffee table and it'll
Yep.
absorb the smoke. I used to do that when my brother came over. That was before he got lung
I,
cancer.
for a very, very
Mhm.
long time, um, especially because down here in the South, it's a real problem is the fruit fly situation.
Mhm.
A little bowl, like a little ramekin bowl of vinegar with a
Mhm.
tablespoon of like Dawn dishwasher soap or whatever,
Mhm.
uh, would um, would basically draw the fruit flies in and kill them
Hmm.
every time. Uh,
Well, you can use borax if you have roaches too.
yeah, well, right. I have a fix for that too, actually.
Mhm.
Um, but the one that kills me that people don't get is the drain unclogger that won't like kill the fish. Like,
Mhm.
did you know Drano actually kills?
Oh, I'm sure it's not good for pipes either. Mhm.
Right. Um, that's a half a cup of baking soda, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of baking soda, and then a fourth a cup of citrus juice, like lemon juice.
Mhm.
And then pour all that down the drain.
Mhm.
And then if you really want a little bit of an extra punch, um, throw some vinegar on top of it,
Mhm.
because when vinegar and baking soda come together, that is expansively, you know.
I
Right.
can't remember whether you have anything in there about fabric softener, but
Oh, fabric softener is easy though. I don't.
well, I use those dryer, the little dryer ball things. You know, the little they're like
Yeah.
uh, yeah. Little, anyway, I use those because I don't like the dryer sheets like bounced. They take well, they're not good for your dryer for one thing, but they
No.
also take the absorbency off of fabrics. Like it'll it,
Oh, we lost the lane. The lane just. Oh, you're back. There you go.
I don't know what's the matter. That's the second time that happened. Um. Anyway, yeah, they do have wax on them, buddy.
See,
Um.
I don't know about you, but the way I always did that was I would get the tinfoil and
Mhm.
soak it in vinegar
Mhm.
and then crumble it up into a ball, soak it in vinegar, and then pull it out and throw that into the dryer.
I don't think I've ever
And
tried that.
yeah, and so the tinfoil like crumbled up,
Mhm.
take static cling out, so it
Mhm.
causes all this static shit to go away, and then
Mhm.
a mild vinegar solution with that um, causes the fabric to soften up
Hmm.
in a huge lick. Yeah. Um, God, I need to. I'm gonna. Well, okay. What you guys are reading on the publication, the book is much longer and
Mhm.
much more intense. I literally am gonna you're gonna get like people that buy the book, you're gonna get 50 recipes that you can make for under $4 a person. Um, and like get away with it. I literally the $200 a month grocery budget for three
Mhm.
people. Yeah,
Mhm.
you can most certainly do that. Um, and yeah, I did a very very good job of it. But then too, this is the people. Even today, Moneybog. Yeah, really, even today. There are. I would say that even today, with inflation and everything else, I would say worst case, it might be $300 a month for three people, but it's not over that. It really isn't. Especially if you go to, especially if you don't mind going to farmers markets because farmers markets prices are slash hugely
Mhm.
cheaper than buying it in a grocery store. Um, and then too, if you go to farmers markets, you're supporting the local economy. You want to do that anyway.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I trust me. There's literally a way to accomplish $200 and $300 a month. Yeah, right, money bug, or grow your own vegetables. If you can't grow your own vegetables, um, don't. But go shop at a farmer's market. You'll spend a third of the amount of money that you would spend in a grocery store every time. And then the herbal thing, I people do not understand this. Uh, you can stock um, herbal remedies in your house that will treat 80% of your symptoms and in a way better than any pharmaceutical will. I to date, I do not understand why people don't understand the willow bark thing. So let me just give you the pharmacology. Willow bark's primary component is psilocybin. That's the primary component that's in aspirin. So literally, if you take purified white willow bark, um, uh, in the same dosage that you would take aspirin for a headache, you'll treat it. It won't upset your stomach, and
Mhm.
two, your body will process it in a much better way that doesn't fuck up your kidneys and doesn't fuck up your liver. Um, it's the same thing. And if you need an extra punch, you can buy a feverfew plant and pull off a feverfew plant leaf and chew on it at the same time that you're taking the willow bark, and
Mhm.
that'll kill a migraine every time. Every
Hmm.
time. And that means not having to use caffeine, and that means not having to use uh, high grade pharmaceuticals like Excedrin and so forth. But really, all Excedrin is a huge caffeine shot and then a high dose aspirin. Um, you know, you, I mean, this was a big craze back in the 90s, echinacea. But if you take elderberry and echinacea rounds during cold and flu season, you'll basically stop almost all of your symptoms from happening until you pass the virus out. My favorite one is if you're a sugar person. I'm a sugar person. Kayla and cinnamon, right there. Take three of those every day in a 3,000 or 4,000 milligram dose, and then drink aloe vera juice at night. If you're a GERD person, I've treated GERD symptoms with people for years. Basically, to beat the GERD bullshit, drink 4 ounces of aloe vera juice every night before you go to bed, and then
Hmm.
chew on 3 almonds. And if you are one of those people that has a GERD attack in the middle of the night, yeah, and uh, the the cinnamon will definitely kill your sugar cravings because Kalon cinnamon, specifically Kalon cinnamon, is a GLP-1 activator, which means it will uh, How do you refine echinacea? You could take it in a pill form. Um, like I said, if any one of you guys ever want me, if you're a paid subscriber, just ask me. I literally would do an herbal battery. I'll provide you with all the links for what you need to buy. I will tell you how to take it, and you'll just be generally happier. I promise.
I already
Uh,
take every vitamin in the world right now. I probably
yeah,
swallow 40 pills a day.
yeah. I people tell me like, okay, so when do I stop taking what you're telling me? You don't.
That's it.
You
Mm,
don't. I mean, I you need to feed body's a temple. You have to feed it. You have to
yeah.
feed it. Wow.
I take all my vitamins because I have such a lousy diet. So
I
I
see.
figure every little bit
I
helps.
wasn't kidding. Everybody see it? It's orange
Oh,
chicken.
you bastard. I still have
Yes.
part of mine in the refrigerator because I didn't finish it. Uh,
Uh, yeah. Rouser. Not only will it help you back off sugar, it will lower your insulin sensitivity, and it will, if you're a hyperglycemic person like I am, it will lower your blood sugar overall over time. So if you're a metformin person or an Ozempic person, Ceylon cinnamon and aloe vera juice over time will cause you to not need to resort to using metformin. I, I've, I'll tell you, I have herbally treated 100 people in the last 10 years. Five of those people were metformin people who went off of metformin following um, my treatment plan. I'm a druid. I know what the fuck you see this shit behind me? I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
gotcha.
I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, um, but the heartburn thing, that one's easy. The heartburn thing is yeah, basically 4 ounces of aloe vera juice at night, swallow that down, chew on 3 almonds before you go to bed, and then keep a small container of almonds by your bedside. You have a GERD attack in the middle of the night, because she does all the fucking time. Um, take 3 almonds in the middle of the GERD attack, chew them, swallow them down. The almond oil will interact with your stomach and stop the attack from happening every time.
Hmm.
Every fucking time. And it costs nothing for you to do that. Um, the my favorite one though is hand sanitizer. I don't get why people don't get this. Literally, all you need for hand sanitizer is 8 ounces of 100% pure aloe vera gel. Um, uh, the tea tree essential oil, because you're going to use 30 drops of it, and then a tablespoon of witch's hazel. And if you want a moisturizing element attached to it, um, a fourth a teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and that's it. That literally costs to make one container of hand sanitizer. The materials that you would buy for that literally costs you $1.
Mhm.
Maybe even less than that, depending on where you get it. But the other one is the mouthwash that doesn't, well, that won't burn burn like Satan's piss. Mouthwash that won't burn like Satan's piss. Um, is a cup of
I
aloe.
don't know what you're gargling with, honey.
I know I put way too many long sausage like objects in my mouth.
I've gone the rest of my life without hearing about that. Mm. Then again, I go into the grocery store and buy cucumbers and just sort of wink at the cashier when they take. I had this friend. Oh, he's gone now. He died 6 or 7 years ago. We were friends for like 30 years, and we used to go.
Oh,
We'd mess with each other all the time. You know, we were in Walmart one night. We made a midnight Walmart run because she had a dog kennel, and we went to Walmart and when we went to check out, it was this like pimply 16-year-old boy that was ringing her up. And I slipped a 50-count box of condoms, you know, into, into her basket. And he's hauling everything out. And it comes to that. And she's like, wait a minute, I didn't buy that. And I said, no, 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 don't let her kid you, man. She's got a revolving door on the bed. Oh my God. We have to have some. Go to our rooms. Yes, I know.
Oh, my sides are hurting. Oh, oh my gosh, that's horrible.
I,
Oh, you
well,
are not a good person.
I'm sorry. I got some good expressions from her too. Some of her favorite expressions. She'd say something was hotter than a fresh fucked sheep, or um, when she talk about dude can set the table for two when someone's coming over, that kind of thing. Mm.
You know what they say in Scotland, right?
I'm a cloud. Get off of my you.
No,
Oh, okay.
Scottish men like sheep over cows. You know why?
No,
You're gonna do things with a cow, you gotta back it up to a stump.
that's so bad. Mm.
At least with the sheep, it feels nice and
I
fuzzy.
don't know how it feels. I want to know how you know how it feels with a sheep, smartass.
Oh, I'm such a bad bitch.
I'm telling you.
I'm such a bad bitch. Um, oh, I do have okay. I do have the linen spray, which is the fabric
Mhm,
softener spray too. That's basically an ounce of high proof vodka, distilled water. You fill the whole bottle up, and then use an
mhm,
ounce of high proof vodka, and then basically 15 drops of chamomile essential oil and 5 drops of lavender oil. Um, and that you spray that like you pre-treat the stuff that you want to be soft in the dryer, and then put it in the dryer. And the chamomile and lavender make it smell really nice and shit.
mhm.
Um, so yeah, but yeah, I from the herbal perspective, I will tell everybody, um, if you want me to treat your symptoms or you want me to give you a treatment line, my Kofi page, I actually offer that for like $20 or whatever. And all I need for that is like what you're taking, what your medications are, what your symptoms are, what you want treated. And then I can give you a PDF that will tell you how to treat it naturally and provide you with all of the shit to buy. Which, by the way, and all of the shit that you will end up buying will cost infinitely less than any pharmaceuticals that you would buy to do that. Uh, my cough medicine recipe is actually tastes really good, um, and is a lot better than fucking the great Dimetapp bullshit or what's the other stuff, Robitussin. Who in their fucking right mind would ever drink any of that
I
mess?
don't ever buy cough syrup. If I have a cold or something like that, I just take that Mucinex. But,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know about the honey thing, right?
mhm,
So you know why you buy local honey.
mhm,
So you can turn local honey into a salve. The thing about it, to get the purity out of it, you have to boil it.
mhm.
So that's a little bit of a challenge. But once you get past that, making honey, synergizing or exponentially increasing the effect of honey is very easy. And then all you do is mix it with a mild alcohol. And then
Well, the
it's,
bad thing about that is that I really like Manuka clover honey for museum. It's
oh God, clover honey. Clover honey is delicious. Um, yeah, exactly. So Linda, my cough drops are essentially bourbon, um, boiled down honey with a pinch, just a pinch of sugar or cane, um, and then dried and broken up. You know, because you dry it on your wax paper and you break it up and you make it into little cough drops. Essentially that's all Ricola cough drops are is um, decayed sugar, so
mhm.
you know, carbon driven sugar with a mild alcohol and then a couple of additional additives, and that's all you need to treat that. So, um, when the apocalypse happens and all the infrastructure falls apart and people need to be cured for shit, if I'm still around, just come and find me and I'll take care of it.
Well, my mom was a respiratory therapist, and she used to give us honey and lemon. We had
Oh yeah,
cough
the
for sore throat, that kind of thing.
the power of citrus and the power of local honey is
Like I see these people mentioning booze and whiskey, and like, shit, I wish.
um, I will tell you though, I was waiting for somebody to call out my hairspray that actually works recipe, but nobody called me out for that. Um, Basically, all that involves is a whole orange if you have dark hair, or a lemon if you have light hair, 2 cups of distilled water, 3 tablespoons of high proof vodka, and then a few drops of lavender oil. Um, and so you cut the citrus into wedges, you boil the water, reduce it by half, strain it through a cheesecloth, let it cool, add the vodka, the oil, and then pour it all into a spray bottle with a fine mister, then spray it in your hair. It will actually hold your hair better than professional grade. I like it'll hold your hair like um better than 1980s final net out of a aerosol.
Aquanet,
Just
Aquanet.
Aquanet. Okay.
I don't know though. I don't want to go around smelling like Anita Bryant all day though.
Well, yeah, but then you have like the bouffant hairdo or whatever. It's like up to here and shit.
Well, I
Because
don't have enough
everybody
hair to do
wasn't,
that.
yeah, what wasn't in the 80s? Wasn't it like how tall your hair could be? You would look like Marge Simpson or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Um, So anyway, so yeah, so my recipes in the recession survival guide, they actually work. And so yeah, I think Muddy Bog, you were the person that asked me like, can you get this into a book? It is already a book. I just have to put it all together. But I wanted to publish portions of it to the publication so that everybody would get like, oh, maybe you want to read this. Um, and then um, uh, Anita Bryant. No more
I'll tell you,
sexual jokes, please. It's too late.
no more what?
No more sexual jokes, please. It's too late.
Oh my God. He had nothing to do with sex. Mm. She finally croaked. Did you know that?
What? Really?
She died in December. Her family held the news for a long time, and it wasn't actually publicized until after the holidays because they wanted the services and everything to be private. So, anyway, yeah, that's probably a lot of the reason why I didn't dare. Well, I was like 12 or 13 years old, and she's all over the news talking about, you know, uh, recruiting the
Wasn't
children
she
and all
like
that
the, wasn't Anita Bryant like the
in Florida.
viscerally super anti-gay, gay, like,
Right. She said that, homosexuals were recruiting children. We had to freshen our ranks. It's like, oh my God. And she had been Miss Oklahoma back in the 50s, and then she married some dude, and they lived in Florida, and she was a spokeswoman for the Florida Orange Commission. And she actually got fired from that job because her activism against homosexuality was so damaging to their sales, not to mention their reputation. So, yes, I remember when she got hit in the face with a pie too. Yeah, that couldn't have happened to a nicer person. But
I I remember there were a lot of Christian fundamentalist
mm,
audiences or whatever that talked about her.
oh yeah,
But then I seem to remember like she got divorced
he did get divorced.
and the Christians like said, "Fuck off." They
I don't,
like
I,
pushed her away.
I don't know about, I don't know about that. Some of them probably did, but um, I don't think she ever. I don't think she ever recanted anything.
Well, you know, she lived here in Atlanta.
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah. She actually lived here in Atlanta for a period of time, and then in the '90s, I think she moved up to Pigeon Forge. But that
Mhm.
didn't last very long because Dolly's up there,
Oh yeah.
and you know how Dolly loves gay people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that didn't last very long, and so then I think after that she moved to maybe Missouri or something.
Branson, if she moved to Missouri.
Do what?
Branson.
Oh, okay, Branson, of
Yeah,
course.
that's Missouri's version of Dollywood.
Um, and
Mhm.
so, or whatever. But God, that woman, uh, huh, the world is a better place that Anita Bryant is not in it.
Going to say yes.
Although
Uh,
she's not in it, and we still have mom, libs of TikTok people or the moms of TikTok people. Oh, they're the whole libs of TikTok thing is
oh well, yeah. And that woman in Minnesota, that the little kid, she was calling him the N word, and she's raised 630 some $1,000 on some Christian
yeah, the
fund,
Christian version of
crowdfunding.
GoFundMe. Yeah,
Yeah, she got
that,
kicked off of GoFundMe and went to this place, and apparently it's I haven't seen the video. I won't watch
oh,
it.
I've
My
seen
blood
the
pressure's
video.
high enough already.
I Here's the thing, like the kid's playing and she drops the N word like one, two, three, or four times, and then so what happened was she said it like four times, and
Mhm.
then the one person started recording her with their
So,
phone, and then she kept saying it
mhm.
over and over and over and over again. And let's be clear, this is Minnesota. Minnesota is a very blue state.
She started a crowdfunding site, Rouser, because she said she needs to relocate because she's getting all these threats.
Yeah, because she's dropping the N bomb at a 5-year-old autistic kid, and she doesn't get
Mhm,
why, and it's bullshit.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that live up in Muddy. I'll tell you, I know people that live in Brainerd and Oak Grove, and I have friends that live in Minneapolis, St. Paul. And like when that shit happened or whatever, I was like, "Holy fuck, this!" And they're like, "Yeah, we just we just can't."
No, they weren't. Yeah, they were like, yeah.
You know,
Right.
right?
When you said Brainerd, I
Oh,
thought of
wait, I'm
Fargo.
sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. You betcha. Darn tootin'.
Yeah, you're darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'. Good golly gosh.
Oh, anyway, always fleeing the interview.
Anyway. Oh, wait. Is anybody here a Supernatural? Does anybody here watch the show Supernatural? You ever watch the show Supernatural? Okay. If anybody in the live is a Supernatural fan or has watched that show, uh, Sheriff Donna is my favorite character from that show. And it's because Sheriff Donna Hastum is like the quintessential blonde Midwestern. She doesn't cuss. She's like, you betcha.
Yeah.
All of the yeah. Um, and I have a friend who grew up in Minnesota, uh, who got me to stop using the word casserole because it's not
Hot dish.
casseroles. That's right. It's called hot dish. All right.
Yeah, I used to be a Lutheran, remember?
Oh,
And I was the Scandinavian type of Lutheran. So yeah, they're all about hot dish and lutefisk. Ugh.
look, okay.
Mm,
I eat some pretty disgusting things.
mm.
How anybody can stomach lutefisk, I'll never ever understand.
I made it through 20 years in the Lutheran Church, including 5 as the bishop's secretary, the Bishop of Missouri and Kansas, and I have never had lutefisk in my life,
I mean,
and I
look,
don't ever plan to.
okay. I'll just cop to something. Um, a fermented fish is something that I can eat, and I have eaten it before. So that means that there was a time in my life where I have cracked open, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. You'll regret it, but Google it anyway, just so you know. I have cracked open a can of Scandinavian surströmming.
Haven't heard of that one.
Oh, surströmming is the most um, disgusting smelling food on the face of the planet.
Hmm.
And it just go on YouTube and search for surströmming, and you'll find people that are trying to crack open the can and eat it.
Hmm.
Can't because the smell is so bad that it triggers the gag reflex in the back of the throat. And
Hmm.
so, but I've actually cracked open a can of surströmming and eaten it before. I'll never do it again. I'll never do
No,
it again. But
doesn't sound like the sort of experience you'd
no,
want to
I
repeat.
don't. That's the Scandinavian, like, you prove you're a man's man.
Sort of like
Send back,
bottled, sort of
send
like
back.
bottled gefilte fish.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Send back. Yes. Uh, it is infinitely worse than kimchi. I can actually eat kimchi and enjoy it. Surströmming is worse than even that. I promise you. You
I
can
don't think I've
Google it.
ever had kimchi
Yeah,
either.
just go. Don't. Yeah, surströmming. Um, Here, let me get you the actual name so that you can look it up, and I will.
You
Uh,
spell it.
uh, Here, SURSTROMMING, and I'm posting it in the chat for all of you people that are gonna that are gonna hate me hugely for googling this shit later. There you go. That's the name. Um, Go on YouTube and search for that word, and you'll find people trying to eat it, and it is not a fun experience.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Uh, Please don't anybody leave the publication as a free or paid subscriber because I've told you to do this. Please don't punish me for that.
It's a suggestion, not an order.
I'm not telling you to do that. I mean, it's not like I'm telling you to go and Google blue waffle. Don't do that. Do not Google blue waffle.
Yeah. No, no, no. Don't throw
No.
me in the
Yeah.
briar patch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, don't. Um,
Mhm.
so, all right. Well, cool. Well, Lang, thank you again for 2 nights in a row of
Oh, hey.
hilarity, hilarity and enjoyment. Um,
Mm.
and you're right. Don't do it again. No, no, really. I'm, I'm not. I'm not going to say it again because you, you guys will hate me, and I don't need to lose any more subscribers because I told you to do something that's going to disgust you, and then you're going to hate me. Um, you know, I don't. I don't want that. So Elaine, thank you. I promise tomorrow I won't bug you again. We'll get Rick.
Leaving for where at the end of the week? Yeah.
Oh, right, because Beth is planning a trip to Michigan. Beth, please update us in how that's going or whatever. Um, because I really hope that it's, not something.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, Beth, yeah, please update the Wendy the Druid chat, so that we can all keep positive vibes going because I really don't want that to be a bad experience. I really want you
yeah.
to have, yeah, please.
Mm.
Um, yeah, yeah, please check it. Please check it. All right, Elaine. So, I won't bug you again until, um, oh, Rouser, if you don't, I mean, I'll just comp you. Um,
Mm.
yeah, right, of course. Elaine, thank you.
Mm. You're
Um,
welcome.
I'm gonna have some comments for you later. Um, so, I well, we'll just talk. I have a favor to ask of you though. So,
Okay.
uh, so, all right. Well, good night, Elaine.
Good night. Night, everybody.
Uh, okay. Wow. Linda, I'm glad. Please tell your friends that have. Oh, Rouser, here you go. Um, Here you go. Um, Let me give me just a second, and then we're gonna wind down. Rouser, I'm gonna send you a DM on Substack with where you want to go. Will that work for you? Um, you're just gonna have to give me a few seconds. Um, yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. Yeah, it's real easy. I'll I'll um oh, we already have DM history. Great. Okay. So Rouser, just look for a link I'm gonna send you here in a second. And then you'll be good. So with that, I will tell everyone, thank you all for um coming on to the live tonight and having laughs. I will tell you that really these are the kind of things that I want the live sessions to be. I don't want to sit up here and monologue um, every time. And so if I invite you into the live, I'm inviting you into the live because I want to hear your opinion and because I value your thoughts and feelings as much as I value my own. Really, I probably value other people's feelings more than my own, but there's there's a different set of reasons for that. So if you're a paid subscriber, thank you for being a paid subscriber. If you're a free subscriber, consider becoming a paid subscriber. If you have questions about that, please DM me. I can provide you with some very easy instructions. It's not painful. It's not complicated. Um, and so with that, I will tell everyone, please be safe out there. Um, if things are going on, please take care of yourself. I need you. We need everybody. We can't get through this without each other. So let's continue to behave in that way. And then I will talk to everybody again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. I love you all. Good night.